So I will now show the workflow for water image analysis. So first we open an image, and we can do it in Carimas 2 with two ways. Actually, from File menu we can have Open Image, or here we just add an image. Yes. Yes, and now we're in Carimas Core. And Carimas Core actually is an environment where plugins can be added, and Heart is the plugin actually, and in the future there will be more plugins. Okay, so here we are in the Heart plugin. We can choose the color scheme we would like to work with. Okay, we have 4 here, but there will be more. Okay, we would like maybe rainbow, and here we also can play with all these settings. Okay, here we select the base and the apex. We define them. We define them in transaxial slice, and we define them in the vertical long axis. Okay, and here we have the short axis. Okay, let's go and define the centers of the ventricles. Okay, why do we do this? We do this that Carimas can find the best image for segmentation. Yes, and it defines that the best image is difference image and the frame number 8. Okay, actually you can scroll with a mouse between the planes. Yes, but if you're not happy with this automatic finding, well, you can choose from these drop-down boxes. Also, you can see here that there are three little icons, and this icon shows the image in a zoomed way. You actually can scroll here as well. Okay, no, we don't need it. And here we have this activity measure, and we also, you can see that we can measure with it the length, the geometrical length. For example, if we want to measure this ventricle, we can do this here. Okay, but we don't need it now. Are we happy? Well, maybe we do the base a bit like this, and maybe fix a bit like that, maybe like this. Okay, and we go to the next step. We can do it by pressing this button or pressing this. And here we are in the ROI definition. Well, if we're happy with these ROIs, we can proceed further, but if we want to modify them, we can do with these radio buttons. For example, if we don't like the thickness of a ROI, we can, and entire left ventricle ROI, we can either shrink it or enlarge it. Okay, let's maybe shrink it a bit. Okay, if we're happy, we go to the next step. And here we see this polar map, time activity curves, and here we do modeling. Okay, we actually can select between different modals. It can be water, FDG, acetate, or it's actually the other presentation of the same modal, but it's done for like, nice to be nice purposes. Okay, but by default there is this water modal. We don't need feeding range. If we did, then we could have it. The input function actually is already by default this image base. So we actually, with water, we don't have to do anything here. We just press the do button, and the program does what it should. Yes, here we are with the polar map, and we see the values here. Well, actually, we can immediately save them as a table, this table as txt, or we can save all time activity curves in this DFT format, which actually is also txt format and can be later opened in Excel and work with. Okay, we can go and we must. Oh, we okay, we go to this report window where we have this modeling results table, the polar map. We can actually switch between the values that we want to see there, the patient information, and some general information. Actually, it needs to be worked on, as you can see from here, but at least this date is okay, and water is okay, and that input function is image based, and some information on the libraries and the version. And this report can be either printed or saved as JPEG. Well, if you are not happy with something and you want to return and to redo something, well, you're free to do that. So that's mostly it. And I hope that you will enjoy testing again, although it should have been done already, but well. Anyway, thank you and hope to hear your feedback. Thank you very much. Bye.